Hi everyone, this is the first video in a series I'm making on ear training. It is also Armenian Genocide Remembrance Day, that's why I have my Armenian flags up. And excuse the redness on my chest, I got very badly sunburned this weekend on my forearms and chest. It's starting to get a bit better now though, but wear your sunblock. First, I'm going to play different major chords and minor chords, and I'm going to quiz you and see if you can hear the difference between major and minor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the chord twice, okay? So you can always pause the video in between the two times I'm playing it to work stuff out in your head, sing stuff in your head, do whatever you need to do to figure it out. Now to start off, I'm just going to be playing major chords and minor chords in root position, which means the root note will be the lowest note in the chord. So if you want to see what those look like on the ukulele, I'm playing root, third, and fifth for a major chord, then for a minor chord, root, third, fifth. And I'm going to try to hide the neck so that you can't see what I'm playing, okay? So here is the first chord. Is it major or minor? It is a major chord. Root, major, third, fifth, major chord. Okay, how about this one? Is that major or minor? It is a minor chord. Root, minor, third, fifth. How about this one? That is a minor chord. Root, minor, third, fifth. Okay, what about this one? That is a major chord. Root, major, third, fifth. What about this one? That's a minor chord. Root, minor, third, fifth. Okay, and how about this one? That is also a minor chord. Root, minor, third, fifth. What about this chord? Major or minor? That's a major chord. Root, major, third, fifth. Okay, what about this one? That is also a major chord. Root, major, third, fifth. Now if you thought that was a minor chord, this is a little bit of a trick. I'm tricking you a little bit. So see here I'm playing a major chord, but then that was the one I quizzed you before this one. And then I just slid that major chord shape down by a half step, and that sort of can play tricks on your ears when you hear a major chord and then you move it down a half step. Sometimes people's ears think that that's a minor chord, but really it's also a major chord since we just moved it down a half step. The same thing can happen when you move things up a half step. For instance, here I have a minor chord shape. Sounds like a minor chord, right? If I then move it up a half step, sometimes people's ears will think, oh, that's a major chord now because it got moved up. And so I guess it's just a little trick that our brains play on us. They think, oh, is that now a major chord? But it is still a minor chord. So you have to sort of listen to each chord on its own and don't try to let what came before it influence your ears at all. So you really have to, and since it's root position, listen to the distance between those first two notes I'm playing. Is that a major third or a minor third? That's a minor third, right? This is what a major third would sound like. That's a minor third. Major third, minor third. Major third, it's a bigger distance between those two notes. Minor third, it's a smaller distance between those two notes. Major third, minor third. Cool? Okay, a couple more. Is that a major or minor? That is a minor chord. Root, minor, third, fifth. Okay, what about this? That is a minor chord. Root, minor, third, fifth. Okay, and last but not least, it is a major chord. Okay, now to make it a little more difficult, I'm going to throw in first inversions, okay? So what does the first inversion mean? It means that now instead of the root note being the lowest note in the chord, third is going to be the lowest note in the chord. So our major and minor triads are made up of the root, the third, and the fifth of a scale. If you want that broken down in more detail, I have a video all about that in a link in the description below if you don't know what roots, thirds, and fifths are, so definitely check that out if you don't know what that is, okay? So for example, a major triad in first inversion would sound like this. So I have the third, the fifth, and then the root. And just a heads up, what makes something a first inversion? It just means that the third is the lowest note in the chord. So it doesn't matter the order of the other two notes, whether it's third, then fifth, then root, or third, then root, then fifth. It doesn't matter if the root and fifth are switched or not. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that the third is the lowest note, okay? Same thing for root position. As long as the root note is the lowest note in the chord, then it's considered root position. And it doesn't matter what order the other two notes are in. Same thing with second inversion chord. All that matters for a second inversion chord to make a second inversion is that the fifth is the lowest note in the chord. So for inversions, the only thing that makes something a root position chord, first inversion or second inversion, or third inversion, if you have chords with more than 3 notes in them, you could have third inversions as well. The only thing that matters is which note is the lowest note in the chord. That is what tells us which inversion it is. The rest of the notes, doesn't matter what order they're in. Cool? So this is, as I said, what the major chord first inversion sounds like. Okay? Now minor chord first inversion sounds like this. So third, fifth, root, third, fifth, root. And then the major chord first inversion sounds like this. Third, fifth, root. So minor, major, minor, major. So now I'm going to still quiz you on major and minor chords, but it could either be in root position or first inversion. Got it? Okay, here's your first one. Is that a major chord or a minor chord? That is a major chord. It's in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Okay, how about this one? That is also a major chord in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. I did that little trick where I first played it here and then I just moved it all down a half step. So maybe you might have thought it was a minor chord because of that, but it's a major chord. If this chord were a minor chord, it would sound like this instead. But it sounds like this. Therefore, it's major, okay? All right, how about this one? That is a major chord in root position. Okay, what about this one? Tricky, maybe. This is a minor chord in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. I think it's good to sing them out loud too. Third, fifth, root. Okay, what about this one? That is a major chord first inversion. Third, fifth, root. What about this one? That is a minor chord root position. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this? That is a major chord first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Okay, what about this? That is a minor chord root position. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this one? That is a minor chord in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Those ones can be a little tricky. And just a heads up, if you're shocked that you might be getting a lot of these wrong, don't worry. It doesn't mean that you have a bad ear at all. It doesn't mean that you're not a musical person. Your training is really just something that everybody has to work on. There are lots of people who have a lot of natural musical talent and they still would get very confused by these. And it does not mean under any circumstance that you don't have a good ear for music at all. It's just this very specific thing that we're training our ear to recognize the sounds of these different chords. And if you haven't practiced it, then your ear isn't used to doing it. And ear training is definitely something that you just get better at it by doing over and over again. I am going to start posting ear training videos that will only be accessible to certain Patreon members. So if you want to check those out, a link to my Patreon is in the description below. Okay, we'll do a few more and then we'll add in second inversions. Is that major or minor? That is a minor triad in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Okay, how about this one? That is a major triad. Third, fifth, root. Okay, how about this one? That is a minor chord in root position. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this? That is a major chord in root position. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this? That is a major chord in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Okay, now let's add in second inversions, okay? So for second inversions, they'll sound like this, or a second inversion major chord would sound like this. Fifth, root, third, fifth, root, third. Major triad, 5, root 3. Okay? And then a second inversion minor triad sounds like this. Okay, so now it can either be root position, first inversion, or second inversion, major or minor, okay? Cool. Here's your first one. What is that? That is a major triad in first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Okay, what about this one? That is a major chord in second inversion. Fifth, root, third. Okay, how about this one? That is a major chord in root position. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this one? That is a major chord in root position again. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this one? That is a minor chord, second inversion. Fifth, root, third, fifth, root, third. Okay, what about this one? That is a minor chord, second inversion. Fifth, root, third. Right? Okay, what about this one? That is a major chord, root position. Root, third, fifth. Okay, what about this one? That is a minor chord, first inversion. Third, fifth, root. Okay, what about this one? That is a major chord, second inversion. Fifth, root, third. Okay, what about this one? Major or minor? That is a major chord, second inversion. Fifth, root, third. Major triad. this one. That is a major chord, it's first inversion. Third, fifth root. Okay, and this one. That's a minor chord, first inversion. Third, fifth root, third, fifth root. Okay, what about this one? That is a minor chord, root position. What about this one? That is a minor chord, second inversion. Fifth root, third. What about this one? That is a major chord, second inversion. Fifth root, third. Okay, two more, and then we'll wrap it up for today. That is a major chord, first inversion. Third, fifth root, third, fifth root. And last but not least, major or minor. That is a minor triad. Fifth root, third, fifth root, third. Again, I think it's really good to practice singing these out loud the way I'm going, fifth root, third, because when we sing it, it just internalizes it in our brain even more. That's what we want to do. So hopefully this little quiz has been helpful. I will be making more ear training videos here on YouTube for anybody, and as I create them, I will make a list of them, the links to the other ones in this series, and I will put those links in the description below. And if you want even more ear training exercises, sort of just like continuation of what we're doing here, but just more of it, so that you could practice it on a more regular basis, I will be sharing ear training videos on Patreon. So stay tuned for those. That is it. Hopefully you guys have found this video helpful. If there was anything that you found confusing or things that you needed more clarification on, let me know in the comments below. If there are other types of ear training topics you want me to cover, again, let me know in the description below. I already have a lot of ideas of things I do want to cover in this series, but if you have any other ones, let me know and I will try to fit them in. So thank you guys again for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend you think might like it, leave a comment, say hey, and that is it. Oh, and also, if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I post one video a week and I would love to have you here if you want to see more content like this. And don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you know when I post a new video. That is it, guys. Thank you again so much for watching. Good job. I know it can be tricky, this ear training stuff. Honestly, ear training is something that I still have a lot of work to do on myself. I feel like it's a lifelong practice and journey. You always have more improvement you can do with ear training. Maybe there are a few people out there who are sort of masters of it and don't need any more practice, but I know I certainly do, and I think 99.9% of all professional musicians could always work on their ears a little more and train them even more. So don't feel bad if it's hard. It should be hard. It's normal for it to be hard. People with incredible ears and with incredible musical genius can find something like identifying major versus minor chords to be very tricky and difficult. So do not get discouraged. It is just a very specific thing, but it is a very helpful thing too. So if you can get better at it, it will help your musicianship. It will help you play by ear better. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I will see you next week. Bye.